Welcome to the Not Too Late Late Night Show. Tonight we feature New York Knicks Assistant General Manager Allan Houston. New York Liberty guard Essence Carson. NBA TV journalist David Aldridge. Our headlining artist, Trigga. Our very own fantasy football guru, Jamie Jackson. Don't forget to check us out on our website, thenotTooLateShow.com. And here's your host, Trisha Status.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of the show. I keep bouncing up and down, dancing like Victor Cruz. We're so excited. We have a great lineup for you guys. I interviewed Essence Carson, starting guard for the New York Liberty. Yes, she has a single out and a video, and we'll feature in this show. I also interviewed former player, now assistant general manager of the New York Knicks, Allan Houston. Ooh, oh, nice. Yes, he talked about his foundation. You know, I always like to see players doing things for their community, and he's got a couple of good things going on, and he's cute. Speaking about basketball, Brooklyn has a basketball team. Yeah, as if the traffic and confusion at Atlantic Avenue wasn't enough. We've now thrown into the mix a pretty good team that will probably attract a lot of attention and cause some commotion. But let's go, Brooklyn.
Says the bandwagon OKC fan here.
Jamie, I told you that was my West Coast team. I'll address that later. But okay, so since you want to blow up spots, why don't you tell everybody why you got crutches?
Man, listen. I was out in Queens playing basketball with Ron Artest, and then there was these couple of dudes, it's up to no good, starting a little trouble in the neighborhood, and it just didn't end well. It sucks, man.
As you can see, he's a big liar. But this liar will be telling us about how some sports curses like the Madden curse and the curse of the Billy Goat have finally been broken. And if we have time, I'll also stick in a convo I had with two-time Super Bowl champion Trevor Pryce. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this show. We'll be back after this video. Ain't no two ways about it.
Curse to the Bambino. In 1918, the Boston Red Sox sold Babe Ruth, also known as the Bambino, to the New York Yankees. This will initiate a curse that will last 86 years. The Yankees would then go on to win 27 World Series, while the Red Sox would go on to suffer one of the sport's most infamous championship droughts. Since then, fans used several methods to break the curse, including taking collections during the game to buy Babe Ruth back to the team, adding lots of Tom Brady's hair to their clam chowder and making voodoo dolls of Bill Buckner. Oh, that little poor guy. Ultimately, the curse came to the end when the Red Sox swept the St. Louis Cardinals in the 2004 World Series.
Hello, and welcome back. So I had the fortunate opportunity to see the Brooklyn Nets up close and personal at Media Day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Now, during the event, Nets center Brook Lopez said that he comes to Brooklyn every day.
I've been coming out to Brooklyn pretty much every day now.
Nice.
Gerald Wallace, on the other hand, said that, you know, Media Day was his first time he'd come into town.
This is my first time in Brooklyn. So, I try to stay out of the city as much as possible. I'm a small country boy. The city kind of makes me nervous.
What? He didn't even go to the JC concert?
Well, you know what, Jamie? Since Gerald Wallace and some of his teammates are a little bit apprehensive about the move, this show's top 10 is dedicated to our Brooklyn Nets. Here are the top 10 things the Brooklyn Nets need to know about Brooklyn. Okay, the top 10 things the Brooklyn Nets need to know about Brooklyn. Number 1, in the event you actually have to take a dollar cab.
No, Trish, now we all know that the only person that can fit inside of a dollar cab is A.V. Johnson.
True, but you never know. In the event one of you avatars happen to have to take one of our semi-legal dollar cabs, don't get caught out there. It is not a dollar.
Okay, now see, first of all, the word semi-legal is kind of shady in itself, all right? And secondly, a dollar cab, we all know that costs us more than just $1.
2, to be exact. Number 2, if a Jamaican offers you a box, don't take it.
Man, that has so many meanings right there, man. I can't even trust that.
Number 3, look out for those kids that's not selling candy for their basketball team.
Now, they're selling nutcrackers, now you gotta support that no matter what.
True. Number 4, if you've driven up and down the cross streets of Barclays, Flatbush, and Atlantic, you'll note the ungodly potholes. Please, trade in your $100,000 whip with the rims for a hoopty.
Yeah, just go ahead and get you a Honda Civic or a Honda Accord.
Well, if you're gonna listen to Jamie's advice, number 5 will be don't park your car in any shady streets, because Hondas were one of the top most stolen cars of 2011.
Dad, man, I just feel like the Nets just can't win. Not that they're gonna win the season anyway, but...
Very funny, Jamie.
Says the OKC bandwagon fan.
I told you they was my West Coast team. There's a difference. I have a West Coast team.
Okay.
If you've ignored number 5, though, and you did park your car on a shady side street, then go ahead and ignore number 2 and accept the box from the Jamaican, because it might have the parts to your car.
Meaning the parts that they stole from your car.
Number 6, do not purchase a quart of water from a nearby bodega after practice because A, it isn't really water. B, we don't know what the heck is in it.
Man, oh yeah, make sure you stay away from the tropical fantasy drinks, because we all know what they say about tropical fantasy, right?
Speaking about balls, number 7, if you play park ball in Brooklyn, Utah is an every man for themselves basketball game and not a cross-country rival team. Staying on the whole park ball thing, if horse, number 8, horse is still a trick shot game in Brooklyn, but horse may also be the source of your side piece's weave.
Now, also, man, please Keep your side pieces away for those lace fronts. I can't stand those things, man.
Keep the side pieces away, but not the main. Right? Number 9. If you're playing some bigger ball in Brooklyn and you hear somebody call ball, ball equals walk. Ball equals foul, and ball pretty much equals any violation of the card. In Brooklyn, we don't really actually acknowledge what you did because you should know what foul you already committed. Number 10. Last but not least, any rookie prank where your teammate ends up lost in East New York isn't funny anymore.
Yeah, if you end up on Staten Island, I don't even know what to say to you, man. Sorry.
We'll be back.
I'll take this one, Jamie. Now, the Madden curse. Since featuring NFL players on the cover of NFL Madden in 1999, every single athlete have had a decline in their performance, often due to unfortunate injuries. Dante Culpepper, Michael Vick, Sean Alexander, Garrison Hearst, Ray Lewis, and many others have seen the effects of this curse. Oddly, Cardinals receiver Larry Fitzgerald shared the cover with Steelers safety Troy Polamalu in 2009. Polamalu missed a total of 11 games due to injuries and watched his fellow cover boy Fitzgerald play in all 16 games, amassing 97 receptions, 1,092 yards, and 13 touchdowns. While it appears Larry wasn't affected by the curse, Jamie argues the notion that the curse has haunted him years later with a bum like Kevin Kolb as his starting quarterback. Coming up next, we have Allan Houston. And we'll be back after this video.
So I had the pleasure of interviewing Allan Houston during the halftime of the Liberty playoff game, and I had never been so shy in my life. It was cool, though. I mean, we talked about some of what he's doing to help the community. He's a great guy. Let's check this out. So I'm here with former New York Knicks and Assistant General Manager Allan Houston. It's been a great game so far, and you've been in this situation several times as a player. What do you think the coach is telling the team right now?
Well, they came out with great energy, and you know, in a playoff game, especially one of magnitude, you want to minimize your mistakes. I think the son did a good job of getting in the game by getting on the offensive glass. So I'm assuming he's probably telling them we got to rebound the basketball, but just keep our energy level up. I mean, this is you do or die, and at home that's what you want to feed off of. But they're playing well.
Okay, so as an assistant GM, do you have the same adrenaline rush that you had as a player?
I don't think anything ever will replace when you're out there and you feel the crowd and you feel the connection to your teammates and the power of that moment, the magnitude of the moment. But now I kind of look at it from a different lens. Obviously, you're trying to evaluate how you can help get better. A lot of the players I watch, kind of like, in a way, kind of like little brothers. You know, you want to help them, and if you see something, you want to see them get better. But the joy is for me now is the joy I see of them getting better on and off the court. You know, a lot of guys come in and just to taking care of their families, taking care of their responsibilities off the court as well, and I think that's a joy to see.
Do you sometimes wear your uniform under your regular clothes?
No, I don't. I think it's too old now. It's a little dusty.
So let's talk about your foundation. You have an organization called Legacy. Can you talk about the goals of your org?
Well, essentially, we feel like it's a training mechanism for leadership. Leadership when you're a father, you're a mentor, you're a coach. Also leadership when you are looking to start a business or build your own personal brand. Essentially, you have to define what your purpose in life is and go after it. I've had some great leaders, including my father, and I think that's essentially where I think we want to engage with our youth is training them in leadership. And teaching our men, the fathers who are should be so prevalent in their lives, to be good fathers, to be good mentors if you're a coach, and just take care of your responsibilities in the family. And for the kids, your job is to leave a strong legacy. No matter how old you are, you got to think about, what are you gonna pass down? And I think the younger you can think about that, the better.
And you're producing a film right now.
We're working on a film based kind of on those same principles of fatherhood and mentoring, and I'm very excited about it. Hopefully, it'll have a big impact.
And one last question: do you think the Knicks-Nets rivalry will be as close as the rivalry that you guys had with the Miami Heat?
You know what? I think both teams are letting fans and people talk about it. I personally, I think both teams are really concentrating on. I know we're concentrating on June. We're concentrating on winning a championship, and and our players, I'm sure they've said it. That's their focus. Their focus is on October 2nd when they lace them up for the first time, and hopefully winning a championship.
Okay. So thank you very much, Allan. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Thank you.
All right.
The next curse on the list is the curse of Bobby Lane. When the Detroit Lions traded quarterback Bobby Lane in 1958, he proclaimed that the team would not win for 50 years. Creepingly enough, the Lions went on the next 50 years and tallied the worst winning percentage in the NFL, only making the playoffs once in 1991. In 2008, in the 50th year of the curse, the Lions went on to become the first team in NFL history to go 0-16. Like the perfect season, but only in reverse. Oddly enough, in 2009, the Lions drafted quarterback Matthew Stafford out of Georgia, who not only went to the same high school as Bobby Lane, but lived in the same exact street as Lane did years ago. Lions fans helped in breaking this curse by robbing Bobby Lane's home, taking his big screen TV, his Xbox, and his 2 Chainz mixtape collection. With that help, the Lions made their first postseason appearance in 2011.
Coming up next, we have Essence Carson.
Right before the playoffs for the New York Liberty, I got to catch up with their very talented guard, Essence Carson. Essence is not just a great basketball player, she's a musician. She makes her own beats and everything. Now, she just released a video for her new single, and we got a chance to chat with her. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm here with Essence Carson, member of the Liberty. We're going to go over a few of your stats or your formalities. 11 points per game. Defensive player of the year a few times in college? Yeah, a few times. Okay. 2 high schools.
Yeah.
All-state volleyball,
track champion. I need you to think long and hard about the answer to this question. I need one thing that you're not good at.
I mean, I can't really sing, per se. I can't really sing.
But you are a musician.
Yeah.
So you're good at music.
Something like that.
Okay. So you're good at everything.
Yeah. Just about. Just about.
So I want you to reflect on you as a player from your rookie season till now. How have you improved over the years?
You know, when you're coming into the league as a rookie, there's a lot of things you need to learn. A lot of things that vets hold above you, which is like experience. Whether it's the game being a lot faster, you know, just being consistent with your offensive game. Because coming out of college, I was a defensive player. You know, just really building the offensive game to be an all-around player.
Cool. And most recently, the Liberty was able to clinch a playoff spot. Can you talk about what the team needed to do in order to finally clinch that as a group?
Well, coming back after the Olympic break, the Olympic hiatus, you know, we really had to buckle down and, you know, just play New York basketball, which is, you know, pretty hard, gritty, defensive-oriented basketball, and, you know, and win majority of our games after the break. And that's exactly what we did, and we were able to, you know, beat out Chicago, who were, you know, they were doing really well this season, and, you know, we were able to beat them out in the long run.
Okay. So, Essence, it took a very long time for you to come outside. Heard a little music in there. I want to know what it is that you listen to before a game to get you ready.
Oh, I listen to a variety of things. It depends on the day. Okay. You know, it can be variety. It could be, you know, new school hip hop, which would be, you know, the Kanye West, the Big Sean's, Jay-Z's. Jay-Z kind of, you know, he's a legend. He's a living great. You know, taking it back old school with MC Lyte through her albums. Even the Tribe Called Quest, or sometimes, you know, throw some gospel in there here and there. You know, it really definitely varies.
Okay. So, as we mentioned before, you're a musician. Which one of those artists would you like to work with in the future?
Wow. It's an array of artists I would love to work with, whether it be Jay-Z, Kanye, Missy, you know, Lauryn Hill, you know, she's a New Jerseyan, you know. So, Lauryn Hill, I mean, even just to be in the presence of MC Lyte, the Queen Latifahs, you know, just those who paved the way. You know, I've left out a lot of names, but, you know, you can't forget all of those who paved the way. Okay.
So we've listened to pretty much all of your stuff. Talk about the Follow Me to the Lights album. Now, my favorite tracks, I'm going to take this. My favorite tracks were 1 and 7 and, you know, Living Better because of Biggie. We're a Brooklyn-based show. So talk about your favorite track on that album.
Wow, on that album, there was a lot of feelings on that album. You know, I just talked about everything. It was just my path to the lights. That's exactly why, you know, I named it that. Just whether 1 and 7 just being about, you know, my number. We're number 17. That number means a lot to me. It's the street I was raised on, and also 1 and 7, first round, 7th draft pick of 2008. You know, it means a lot. It's a lot of things that, you know, really, that's really in that number. Living Better was just, you know, just raw. You know, just how big he was on that.
And did you do the production on that? Because she also makes music.
Oh no, I make music, but I didn't do any production on that mixtape. I have an album that's coming out, and I'm gonna have quite a few tracks on there that I produced and co-produced with a couple producers.
Does that album have Love Letter on it?
It sure does have Love Letter on it.
So Love Letter is the video that I want to feature on my show. Can you talk about, you did the production on that, right? So can you talk about what the inspiration for that song was?
Love Letter, I mean, a lot of times, you know, when you're in love, when you're in relationships, things go wrong. You know, the ups and downs, and a lot of times, a lot of people focus on the downs, you know, the bad parts. And, you know, and when you're in love, it's just like, sometimes you just need to forget about it. Forget about it, and at the end of the day, everything will be all right. And that was just my letter to love, like just writing a letter to the person who you're in a relationship with. If you can't express it yourself, some people are not good at talking. So, you know, some people need to write things down. Some people need to play a song just to convey their feelings. And that's exactly what that song was about.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to hold you up too long. I know you have a game to play today. So I want to thank you for talking to us before you play, and have a good game.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right.
And now, our featured performance.
Uh. 1995, I was open to the world. Mom was kinda hoping that she had a baby girl. Y'all probably think that last line was a damn lie. Why lie? It's my life. Sit and listen, give me time. Growing up in the ghetto wasn't really hard. Both parents were successful, had a stable job. One morning I could tell my mom was working hard. In the darkest times I could hear her talk to God. Hard times when you see your mom's hands pour. Exit out the crib, eviction notice on the door. The supervisor said the rent was way overdue. If this rap thing don't work out, what I'ma do? Pay for college, go to work for the white man, or just sell drugs to be a good businessman. Yeah, hand in hand, brown paper bag man. At this point I knew I had to change my game plan. Plan B, wait, speaking of plan B, a girl I met with was familiar with plan B. Wasn't ready for a kid, please understand me. She was more scared that I was gonna pack up and flee. Damn, I was with her for 3 years, but after that she messed me over, then she disappeared. A relationship that long was hard to let go. All she did was make room for the next chick. I had a next chick starting off 09. My friends thought she was right, she was hella fine. Big but I face no disrespect. You ain't feeling it? Go ahead and press eject. Remember back in the days we wore do-rags to get our ways up and see all our homies mad. In junior high I was known for just cutting class. They always pick me up cause I never had a pad. Damn, it was over on some girl stuff. Damn, it's crazy. A lot of bad times and it still never fazed me. My life has its ups and downs, twists and turns around. But karma was the only thing that came around. Hate to see me smile, but they love it when I frown. I showed love to NYC, shout out my hometown. They said I'd never make it, but just look at me now. Overdose, Twitter for followed by pound. Checkmate came in, now where's my crown? I said I'm trying to make a living, yeah, I'm trying to do it big. House on the hills, don't worry about a thing, trigger overdose. I like that, trigger overdose. Yeah. We call that trigger overdose. October 13th, I like that way that sound. It's trigger overdose. Like that. Trigger overdose. Let that ride out. Yeah. Yeah. Trigger overdose. Yeah.
The Curse of the Billy Goat. The Curse of the Billy Goat started with the Chicago Cubs in 1945, when a man was kicked out of a World Series game against the Detroit Tigers at Wrigley Field after bringing an odorous billy goat to the game. After which, the disgruntled man declared that the team will never win a World Series. Well, 66 years later, we come to find that the Cubs wish they had let that dude keep his smelly goat at the game. In fact, in order to break the curse, Chicago Cubs fans make it a point not to shower before games in honor of the smelly goat for good luck. While this has done nothing to lift the curse, Chicago fans find solace in not having to bathe, just like they don't do anyway. Coming up next, we have Trigger and David Aldridge.
Welcome back. I'm here with Trigger. He just performed his song Just the Beginning off of his mixtape Overdose, coming out on October 13th.
Yes, it will.
So let's talk about Just the Beginning.
Yes.
The lyrics in that song were really, really serious.
Yeah.
What's the inspiration for that song?
Well, it's basically how I grew up, and stuff around me was just showing me how like life really is, and there's many moments that I take from my life that I've saw, and I just put it all together and decided, well, I decided to talk about this, and I know that other people can relate because I'm not the only one with this problem. So yeah.
So many moments you're like, you're only in high school though, right?
I know, but trust me, I've been through a lot, man. Growing up was rocky, but you know, it's all good now.
Okay. So, like, what artists would you say are your inspirations?
Meek Mill.
Yes. Everyone loves trap music.
Meek Mill. I would have to say Biggie. Obviously. And, fabulous too.
Now, as you know, this is a sports-related show.
Yes.
I hear you're fantastic at 2K.
I am a very big sports fan, and 2K is, yes, 2K13.
2K13?
Yes.
So you got it, obviously.
Yes, I got it. I play it every single night.
Every single night?
Yes.
Before or after homework?
Yes.
And not just in 2K, but who would be your your favorite NBA team?
Ooh, I know I'm gonna get a lot of heat for this, but Lakers.
Oh, okay. I guess this interview is over. No, but how do you feel about the pickup of Dwight and Steve?
It's a very good key. I mean, if Kobe wisens up and decides, okay, we have an official, nice, good point guard now, that makes everybody look good. I mean, he was on the Suns. He made Stoudemire look good. So if Kobe just wises up and understand that I have a good point guard, he'll give open looks and run the pick and roll to Dwight Howard, and we should be good.
Kobe needs to wise up. Did you hear that? He said Kobe needs to wise up. So you think they're winning the championship?
I strongly believe yes, they will. Yes, they will.
This season?
Yes, this season right here. Yes, I strongly believe.
They'll beat the Heat?
Yes.
Okay.
I see them in the finals, definitely.
And so they'll beat...
Finals Game 7. Yes.
So they'll beat the Thunder?
Oh, of course.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay, this interview is really... yeah, there are a few things I would like to say to you right now, but I'm holding it in. But this is a good moment to introduce our new segment called the 2-Minute Warning. You know, Jamie and I get into many heated discussions about everything and all that is sports, don't we, Jamie?
Yeah, I always win, though.
You always win. Yeah. You see, that's the problem. We have difficulty deciding who's the winner, and that's where you come in.
Of course.
So, Jamie, hand this man the Rolex.
Rolex, though?
Give him your watch.
You better not steal my watch.
In the 2-minute warning, we have a few topics in my kettle corn popcorn trash can, which you will choose from, mix it up. You'll give us 2 minutes to debate to the ends of this studio the topic, and you'll decide the winner.
Okay.
And at the end of 2 minutes, you will throw the flag.
Okay.
So here you go.
Thank you so much.
Hold on, I have to stretch. You ready for this, Jamie?
Why you stretching?
Because I'm about to crush you. I will beat a man with crutches. I don't care. Let's do it.
This is like over preparation for like a funeral.
Over preparation for a funeral?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So 2 minutes on the clock. Don't start yet. Mix it up. Pick a topic.
Let's see.
Mix it up. Mix it up. Mix it up. Mix it up. Let's do it.
In the next 5 years, how many NBA championships will LeBron have?
Put time on the clock. Let's do this.
Let you go ahead.
Oh, you gonna flip a coin? Who's gonna go first?
That's you.
What do you call?
Heads.
Say it louder, huh?
Heads.
Heads? Okay. About to bust your head open.
Heads it is.
Okay.
I mean, it's different.
He gotta tell us when to respect the ref. Hello.
Respect
Let's
the
go.
Respect the ref. On your mark. Get set.
Listen, we got LeBron James, all right? Greatest player right now on the face of this earth.
Okay.
Right? 5, come on now. Who's going to challenge the Miami Heat?
So wait, are you saying he's going to win 5?
I'll give you 4. Because,
4?
I think the Lakers will come up. They might squeeze out a championship.
So, okay, so the Lakers are going to win. LeBron will win 4, and KD will have none?
Right. Basically, as long as he has the hog ball on Westbrook on the team.
First of all, Russell Westbrook isn't a hog ball, okay? He was a 2 guard that was transitioned to a 1, and he's going through the transition. He's not a hog ball.
No, he hogs the ball. He doesn't know his role within the team just yet. And I think he needs to take that time to develop that role.
And it's going to take him 5 years?
I mean,
look, hello, I'm giving LeBron 2 more rings tops, and I'm not even saying it's going to be in a row. He might win the next one. Might. Hard might. Might. You think just because they got Ray Allen that they're going to win, that they're shored up?
That's the best 3-point shooter of all time right
now. So who's he going to play defense on? He got to play defense. He can't just stand out there and play threes. He going to guard Russell Westbrook?
Well, I mean, we got LeBron
Are you going to get
LeBron
all Mario? All Mario? Mr. Chalmers got Westbrook. Who is Ray Allen going to guard?
Whoever?
Whoever? He's just going to stand in the corner?
You're going to do something.
Please. Second of all, the center for the Heat. Who's that? Udonis?
Obviously, it's going to be a rotation between Udonis in certain situations. It might even be Bosh. And we also got Rashard Lewis out of free agency. So we got them on top.
Okay, so they
It just depends on whatever situation that we go across, whatever teams we play. It depends on the situation. And it depends on, it just depends on this go from game to game. But at the end of the day, it's going to be
not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4.
Time.
No.
Time.
30 seconds on the clock.
Time.
Lightning round for the Thunder.
We
got overtime.
We got overtime.
So 5 in a row. That's a disrespect to my team, disrespect to your team. He says that there's no way Dwight Howard is going to win, maybe 1.
I'll say 4. I'll give the Lakers that 1. I think Kobe going to come out with a ring. He'll come out with a ring. Another one. I'll give him that.
So, again, KD is not having another ring in the next 5 years. Why?
I already explained it to you.
Because just by saying that LeBron is the best player ever?
Basically. And then off the basis of the fact that you got Westbrook.
Hold on.
Then you got Westbrook.
Hold on. I'm going to throw a flag.
You got to throw the flag.
Well, I was about to get into the whole Westbrook
thing. He's a personal foul, yo. You got to shut your mouth. The ref called it.
Yeah, man. I have to call a technical foul on that one, man.
What's your opinion,
Trigger? I think LeBron, in a few years, may be one of the best basketball players.
Thank you.
In the league.
Thank you.
But we are supposed to be occupied on how Kobe, this will be Kobe's last year. Kobe's going to give one good final year, and this will be it. Kevin Durant, he has to either get traded, because Russell Westbrook does not have the mentality of a point guard, of a true point guard.
So you don't think he can?
No. A point guard should not average 20-something points, and his assist rate doesn't match his.
Okay. You know what?
If we
Clearly, he is not of right mind. But I did have the same discussion with the same, close to the same topic with David Aldridge. So let's take a look at that clip and see what David Aldridge, NBA TV senior analyst, has to say about this. Okay, so I'm here with David Aldridge of NBA TV, and we've been having a little discussion about the Heat. I think the Heat are weak at the 5 position, and you seem to think it doesn't matter.
Well, it doesn't matter as long as Chris Bosh stays healthy. Now, he's their starting center now. I mean, I think the problem before was that he didn't embrace the role. He wasn't sure he wanted to be a center. But I think now he sees and understands that he can be effective playing that position, and I think he's okay with it. If he stays healthy, they're so good. I just don't see how anybody can beat them. Now, if he gets hurt, they don't have a lot of depth behind him, and they're vulnerable. But if he can stay healthy and give him 70, 74 games during the regular season and give him a full run in the playoffs, I just don't see how anybody can beat him 4 times. They're so good defensively, and LeBron is so good at both ends of the floor right now. And I think winning the championship has unburdened him. I think now he can play loose and play kind of free and really be the player we all thought he would be because there's no more pressure on him. I just think that right now Miami, unless they have injuries, is very difficult to beat, almost impossible.
So I personally, I wanted to go back to the draft because I had this theory since prior to that. I was praying to the basketball gods. I was saying, Lord Jesus, please let Fab Melo go 22 up. And everyone said, no, it doesn't matter. He's going below that. I said, the Celtics will save the NBA if Fab Melo gets drafted higher than the Miami pick because they know that they have a weakness at the 5. Now, Fab Melo went 22nd, as I predicted, to the Celtics. And when it came to Miami's pick, they immediately traded him away because it wasn't a 5, or it wasn't the cream. My theory is because it wasn't because they got a cream of the crop 5. Now, what is your theory on that? Because I think I'm right.
They traded the pick because they don't want to spend any more money. First-round picks get guaranteed money, so you have to pay them, even if they never play for you. Miami's got a payroll well above 75, 80, approaching $80 million. With the new luxury tax that's going to kick in after this season, you're going to be paying even more money than you're paying right now, which is dollar for dollar. For every dollar you're over the luxury tax, you got to pay $1. That number goes up starting next season. So a team like Miami that's got a big payroll already, you've got 3 guys that are each making $14 million and above. That adds up quickly. So you're not going to draft someone who A is not going to play, and B is going to cost you even more money than you're already paying in payroll. That's why they traded the pick. It wasn't because someone wasn't there that they wanted. It was because they were going to trade the pick anyway, unless something crazy happened and somebody who's a top 5 pick fell to them, then maybe they would keep the pick. But when you're picking that low, I think you'll see a lot of teams trade that pick. They trade out because they don't want to pay that guaranteed money. Miami's in a different place right now. I mean, their roster is set, their rotation is set. Other than bringing in Ray Allen and Rashard Lewis, they're not really going to change a lot of things in terms of who plays. So they're good where they are, and so they're certainly not going to bring in a young guy who has to learn how to play it at the level they're already playing at when they're trying to win as many championships as they can right now. So I just don't think that was a factor. I just think it was more they're trying to cut as much payroll as they can so they don't have to pay as much luxury tax as they can.
That's a good point. But having Bosh at the 5 now pulls him out of the 15, 17-foot range that he likes to shoot from. Don't you think that's a negative aspect to moving him down to that position?
No, because if you go back and look at if you see how they played in the finals, LeBron on the block, Bosh was up top. Bosh was at free throw line extended, top of the key. It's 15, 70 feet, where he likes to shoot anyway. So he was actually liberated playing that way. And then they could also reverse it, where they could play LeBron at the top, either a 1-4 set or something else, and then they would post Bosh, depending on the matchup. So I think Bosh actually feels very comfortable playing with LeBron and with Dwayne Wade because he never gets double teamed. No matter where he is, and he's always got single coverage. And whatever you think of Chris Bosh, he's going to beat most single coverage in the NBA. There's not many 5s that can play go out to the top of the key and guard Chris Bosh. There's not many 5s that are as quick as he is down on the block. He's going to beat most 5s one-on-one. Now, if you double him, That's different. But he's never going to be doubled when LeBron and Dwayne Wade are on the floor with him. That's the beauty of the system that they have down there. So, again, if he doesn't get hurt, if he can stay healthy, and he has gotten hurt before, got hurt last season, obviously, but if he stays healthy, he can play the 5. He can flourish at the 5. Think about this. How many legitimate low-post, back-to-the-back centers do we have in the NBA right now? We've got Andrew Bynum, and we've got Dwight Howard. That's really about it. Oklahoma City's not feeding Kendrick Perkins the ball 20 times down low. They don't play that way. So Chris Bosh doesn't have to guard somebody who's 30, 40 pounds bigger than him every night. It's maybe once or twice a month. Well, he can do that. They can figure out ways to scheme it so that he's not guarding that guy every night. That's when maybe Joel Anthony plays a little bit more, some of their other guys. So he doesn't have to get beat up physically playing the 5. The league is totally different than it was 20 years ago. They don't play inside out anymore. 7-footers shoot 3-pointers now, or they handle out front. You don't see, is JaVale McGee a guy that's going to back a guy down and shoot? No, that's not what he does.
To me, it's not about that. It's about clogging the lane so guards like Russell Westbrook can't just abuse the paint as much as they do. And to use Bosh as that, to me, is almost, I don't know. I just feel like it's taking away from his game.
Right. Well, I don't think anybody's asking Bosh to be a shot blocker at the rim, to be, an incredible defensive presence like Dwight Howard is at the rim. They play team defense at Miami. The whole point of Miami's defense is not to let Russell Westbrook penetrate, to make him shoot jumpers. Again, look at the finals. How many times did he get an unimpeded run to the basket? Very few times. He had to shoot jumpers, and he was good. He made a lot of them, but they're not going to let you break them down off the dribble. They're going to slide defense. They're going to slide help to one side or the other. They're going to make you go base. They're going to make you stay out of the paint. They're not going to let you do the things you want to do. Miami defensively is so good, and that's again, LeBron accepting the challenge of guarding not just the best 5, not 1 through 5. He changes everything that another team has to do. He takes away other teams' strengths. He makes it impossible for you to double team anybody. And he's now willing, he was always willing to pass, but now he's so good on the block that you can't just say, okay, we'll live with him shooting 45% of the block, because he's not shooting 45% of the block anymore. Right. He's just so good. He's the best player. It's not close how good he is compared to everybody else's right now. I love Kevin Durant. I love Kobe. Kobe Bryant's a great player. All of those guys, it's not close right now. LeBron's better than everybody by a ton.
Okay, David. Well, we'll just have to see where the leaves fall throughout the season. But thank you very much for talking to me, and I'll hold you to this.
Absolutely. Get on me on Twitter.
I will let the world know that you were
right, I was wrong.
Exactly.
Won't be the first time I'm wrong.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, that's our show, guys. Special thanks to all our guests. Until next time, have a good night. You know it all comes down to you. Catch.
There's lots to find, and maybe like they do in Nashville, in Austin.